Are you struggling with those late night trips to the bathroom? The constant urge that pulls you from a deep sleep, not once, but 2, 3, 4 times a night. Maybe it's that feeling of not quite emptying everything, or a weak stream that just seems different than it used to be. You've maybe shrugged it off as just a normal part of getting older, something you have to just live with. Well, what if I told you that some of the things you're putting on your plate every single day could be actively making it worse? That while your body is changing, your diet might be secretly accelerating the problem. I'm Dr. Mira Paul. I'm a urologist. I've dedicated my life to understanding the intricate, delicate systems that keep you, well, you. And day in, day out, I see men, strong men, brilliant men, fathers, grandfathers, husbands, brothers, walk into my clinic with that same look in their eyes, a look of quiet frustration, of confusion, and sometimes of fear. A recent study published in the Journal of Urology revealed something that should be a wake-up call for every man over 40. They identified 3 common dietary triggers that act like simple pressure points on prostate health. And honestly, number 2 on this list will absolutely shock you. It's not what you think. Stay tuned, because this isn't just general advice. This is a specific, science-backed warning. I need you to picture something with me. Imagine your prostate gland, right? It's about the size of a walnut, and it sits right there, cradling the urethra, the tube that carries urine out of your body. Now, as we age, it's perfectly natural for this gland to grow a little. That's benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH. It's common. But here's the secret most guys don't know. This growth isn't just a passive process. It can be actively inflamed, irritated, and aggravated. It can be fed. And that's where what you eat and drink comes crashing into the picture. This isn't about scare tactics. It's about understanding the mechanics. It's about giving you back a sense of control. So let's get into it. The first food group you need to be acutely aware of, according to multiple urologist colleagues and a solid stack of research, is heavily processed and cured meats. I'm talking about the classics: the bacon with your Sunday breakfast, the salami on your lunch sandwich, the pepperoni on your pizza, the hot dogs at the game, the sausages on the grill. These are staples, I get it. They taste like comfort, like tradition. But here's the shocking science behind why they're a problem. It's a 2-pronged attack. First, these meats are absolutely loaded with sodium and nitrates. These compounds are notorious for causing systemic inflammation throughout your entire body. And guess what's a small, sensitive, highly vascularized gland that feels the effects of that inflammation acutely? Your prostate. When your prostate is inflamed, it swells. And when it swells in that confined space, it squeezes that urethra tighter than a fist. The result? More urgency, more frequency, more struggling. The second prong is even more direct. A lot of this research points to the fact that these processed meats are often very high in saturated fats and certain compounds that can directly influence hormone production and cellular growth. Your prostate is incredibly hormone sensitive. It responds to the chemical signals in your body. Flood your system with the byproducts of these heavily processed foods, and you might as well be pouring fertilizer on that walnut-sized garden. You're encouraging growth in the exact place you don't want it. This isn't a guess. This is urologist-level insight, backed by dietary studies that track men's health over decades. The correlation is strong. It's not about never having a slice of bacon again. It's about understanding that making it a daily habit might be quietly costing you a full night's sleep. Speaking of habits, are you with me so far? This is heavy stuff, I know. It's challenging everything we think we know about food. Type 2 in the comments right now to let me know that you're still watching and that you're getting this. Let me see that you're with me on this journey. All right, I see those 2s coming in. Thank you. That tells me you're taking this seriously. Now buckle up because this next one, this is the one that surprises almost everyone. The number 2 food to avoid for a healthier prostate is sugar-sweetened beverages, especially sodas. Yeah, I can feel the resistance. Soda? What does my Coke have to do with my prostate? The link is profound, and it's one of the best-kept secrets in men's health. Let's break it down with some simple science. When you drink a can of soda or a large sweet tea, you are essentially flooding your bloodstream with a massive, rapid dose of sugar, often high fructose corn syrup. Your body panics. Your pancreas releases a huge amount of insulin to manage this sugar spike. This creates a state of high inflammation, similar to the processed meats, which is bad news for prostate swelling.
But it goes deeper. This cycle of sugar spikes and insulin surges doesn't just happen in a vacuum. Chronic consumption of these drinks can lead to something called insulin resistance. Now, stay with me. Research has begun to show a fascinating and shocking connection between insulin resistance and the hormonal pathways that drive prostate growth. It's like the sugar intake is throwing a wrench into your entire endocrine system, and one of the gears that gets messed up is the one regulating your prostate's cellular activity. Furthermore, these drinks are empty calories that contribute to weight gain. And excess body fat, particularly belly fat, isn't just inactive storage, it's metabolically active tissue that produces its own hormones and inflammatory compounds. This creates a constant, low-grade inflammatory state that your prostate is constantly bathing in. So that soda isn't just a sweet drink, it's a direct delivery system for prostate irritation. Think about that. The very thing you might be drinking to cool down, to enjoy with a meal, could be the thing setting the stage for another frustrating, sleep-deprived night. It's a tough pill to swallow, but the science is there. Let's pause for a second. This is a lot to take in. I'm talking about changing some fundamental parts of the modern diet. Comment 1 if you think this topic is worth discussing, that it's important, or 0 if you think it's not that big of a deal. I'm genuinely curious. Is this hitting home for you? I see the ones. I see them. Thank you for that. It tells me this is resonating. It matters. Okay, you've made it through the 2 big shocks. Now for the 3rd food to avoid. This one is more subtle, but the research is just as compelling. The 3rd item is dairy products, particularly full-fat varieties. Now, before you clear out your refrigerator, hear me out. This isn't a blanket condemnation of all dairy. We're talking about patterns of high consumption, especially of high-fat dairy, like whole milk, certain cheeses, and heavy cream. The link, once again, comes down to the intricate dance of hormones and growth factors. Dairy milk, by its very nature, is designed to help something grow, a baby calf. It is rich in growth hormones and growth factors like IGF-1, insulin-like growth factor 1. Multiple large-scale studies, including analyses from the Physician's Health Study, have observed a significant correlation between high dairy intake and an increased risk of BPH and more severe prostate symptoms. The theory is that when we, as fully grown adults, consume large amounts of these growth-promoting compounds, we may be sending mixed signals to our own hormone-sensitive tissues. Your prostate hears the signal to grow loud and clear. It's like adding more logs to the fire. Combine that with the saturated fat content in full-fat dairy, which can promote inflammation, and you have another dietary pattern that could be working against you. This one is about moderation and awareness. Switching from whole milk to a lower-fat alternative, or simply being mindful of how much cheese you're consuming on a daily basis, can be a powerful step. It's not about elimination, it's about intelligent reduction. Still with me? This is the home stretch. Drop a yes in the comments to let me know you're still tuned in. Let me see that you're committed to seeing this through. Perfect. Now, you might be feeling a little overwhelmed. I've just told you to potentially cut back on your morning bacon, your afternoon soda, and maybe the cheese on your burger. It can feel like everything is off limits, but that's not the point. The point is awareness. Knowledge is power. For decades, men have suffered with these issues in silence, thinking it was just their fate. But now you know better. You understand that your diet is a key pressure point. You are not a passive passenger in this. You are the driver. This isn't just me talking. This is the collective voice of countless urologists and researchers who see the direct effects of lifestyle on prostate health every single day in their clinics. They see the man who makes a few changes and comes back 6 months later with a new lease on life, sleeping through the night, no longer planning his day around bathroom locations. That transformation is possible. It starts with exactly this kind of knowledge. So here's my final question for you, and I really want you to think about this. Have you ever tried to change your diet to help with your prostate symptoms? What did you cut out? Did it work? Share your story in the comments. Your experience could be the very thing that inspires another man to take that first step. Let's get a conversation going. This is how we break the silence. If this made sense to you, if it clicked and you felt that moment of, aha, I need to pay attention to this, then I need you to do something for me. If you want more of this, more actionable, no-nonsense, science-backed tips to take control of your health after 60, to not just age, but to thrive, then I need you to smash that subscribe button and hit the bell notification. I drop new videos every single day that go deep on exactly these topics, giving you the information you need to live your best life. Don't miss out. This is your health. This is your vitality. It's worth fighting for. Thanks for listening.